look like bridesmaids. And they all think so, don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. They be late, waist snatch. That straight facts. Got lips like Angelina. Belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, back on Monday, throw Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all think so, don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Go. Express! Hey.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That's what I do.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Great. Ready? 780. Gun. Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's a Johnny. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is a Jay. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They will go for it. It's Keenum. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jay Ajayi, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Newton on third down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And he connects with Ertz. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They run. It's Gurley. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Here we go, fellas. Do something.
Out of the gun, Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Newton on the move to his left. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first and goal, Gurley. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll begin the drive with a Johnny. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Man down. Hey, go, Roger.
Throwing is Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. Keenum on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. Bernard. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And that one results in 35 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14 to 7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. Great. That's it. 180.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, this is Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Keenum. He finds Ajayi. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
20.
From the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. A 2nd quarter score from KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On 1st and 10, Keenum. It's brought in left side by Tate. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Keenum. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Looking left side of him, he's got a man. It's James. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Keenum throwing once more. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the 49ers going to take another timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, go, Roger. Man down.
On first down, Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. He was looking for Crabtree that time. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Keenum.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Ramik Wilson in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Third and long. It's Keenum. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And taken right on the 30. wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man under pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Ben Gideon in there to sack him for a loss of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run with a giant. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Keenum. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
Now it's Gurley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Another carry now for Gurley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Ajayi. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back now here in Santa Clara, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They do snap it to Keenum. He can run for it, and he will. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They run again with Ajayi. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. Now it's Keenum. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Now the try here for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Able to slither by. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Let's go.
To throw on second down is Newton. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3rd and 2, Newton. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Newton now to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Newton. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. David Irving in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. He'll get 3 up to midfield. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, let's go.
From midfield, here's Keenum. Drops it off to Ajayi. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Keenum. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. No, not running. Keenum wants to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And this one is right through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing now, Keenum. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Golden Tate with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Irving in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.